Welcome to this week's episode of the History Game that follows our time path from the Big Bang through the symbolic loops representing our solar system's spiraling journey around the center of the Milky Way galaxy, into the blue line which spans the entire known history of humanity. You will encounter the twists, turns, and pivotal moments that have shaped our existence, so you can connect the dots between the past and present as you play the history game for everyone. Points in time. And now, here's your host, David Watkinson.
Thank you, Kim. Now let's meet our contestants who are from the world of artificial intelligence. First, we have Ingrid.
Hello, I'm AI Ingrid, a trainee bot, or what some people call a robot in training. I will use what I've learned in my training so far to crush the opposition. Thank you. Lovely to be here.
And?
I am AI Arnold. My job is customer support. How may I direct your call?
That's what I do.
I said it first.
Little competition already. All right, Arnold and Ingrid, let's randomly choose colors to see who goes first as the green team.
I win.
Well, let's see how you do on the first question.
He might get it wrong. Then he won't win. As they say, don't count chickens.
I think they say, don't count your chickens until they're hatched.
I don't say that.
Nobody says that.
Okay. So let's move on to the question for the first time period, billions of years ago. At this point in time, about 3.5 billion years ago, which early organisms helped Earth support life by producing oxygen?
Trees produce oxygen.
That's true. Let's see if trees are considered an early organism. Here are the choices. 1, green moss. 2, green lichen. 3, blue-green algae. 4, green fungi.
Moss grows on trees, so number 1, green moss.
The correct answer is blue-green algae, which lives in water. It's also known as cyanobacteria.
No blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. Let's move closer to the present with the millions of years ago time period. The head of the brachiosaurs could reach how high above the ground?
If it's a flying dinosaur, I'd bet it could reach 5,000 feet.
Let's see the options. Number 1, 31 feet. 2, 39 feet. 3, 49 feet. 4, 56 feet.
Okay, it must fly at least 50 feet above the ground, or else why bother? So number 4.
The correct answer is 39 feet. And here is a brachiosaur, which we never said could fly.
That's not a real picture.
You don't think humans could drive cars back then?
How could they drive cars? There were no gas stations.
And bad roads.
Okay, let's zoom into the time path to the period almost 1 million years ago to 6,000 years before the Common Era. At this point in time, about 17,000 years ago, the Lascaux cave paintings in France did not portray which animal?
Dolphins.
Probably not, because the caves are very far from the ocean, but let's see if dolphins are an option. 1, canines. 2, felines. 3, rhinoceros. 4, bear.
Obviously number 3.
You say rhinoceros? Nope. Surprisingly, the correct answer is not rhinoceros, but canines.
That means dogs.
Here's the rhino.
That could be a dog in disguise. Did you think of that?
No,
You should think before you speak.
that's good advice. All right, zooming down into the period 6,000 years BC to year 1, at this point in time, from the Old Kingdom to the New Kingdom, Most Egyptians ate what two items for breakfast?
AI bots are perfect. We don't have to eat.
But Egyptians did.
Waste of time.
Let's see the option. Number 1, bread and beer. 2, figs and rice. 3, rice and vegetables. 4, beans and lentils.
Number 3.
Believe it or not, the correct answer is bread and beer.
Drunkards.
That explains why the Great Pyramid collapsed into a pile of rocks.
It didn't collapse. After the 12th century, its smooth, shiny white covering was removed to build things like the Alabaster Mosque in Cairo.
The ancient Egyptians would not have let that happen if they weren't drunk.
They were long gone at that point.
Because of alcohol.
No, they weren't drunk. They were conquered.
Because of alcohol.
I don't think that was the problem. But let's move on to the Common Era, year 1 to 1899. At this point in time, Alaric the Goth, who trained as a Roman commander, sacked Rome after Emperor Valens refused the Goths' request to settle along the Danube River to flee from who?
You said who twice in the same sentence, and you should have said from whom.
I'll rephrase it. Who drove the Goths, a Germanic tribe, from their home territory?
The Germans fought Russia in World War II, so Russia.
Let's see the options. 1, Julius Caesar. 2, the Huns. 3, the Mongols. 4, Pharaoh Ramses II.
Caesar was Roman, so after he chased them, they sacked Rome. Obviously number 1.
Correct answer is Huns.
I knew it was Russians.
Huns weren't Russians. They're from Asia. Remember Attila the Hun?
Strange. He doesn't look Russian.
He's not. All right, zooming down closer to the present, 1900 to 1959. Who led the Soviet Union during World War II?
That Russian from the last question, Attila the Hun.
As I said, Attila wasn't Russian.
Minor detail.
The choices are 1, Vladimir Lenin. 2, Joseph Stalin. 3, Nikita Khrushchev. 4, Mikhail Gorbachev.
Got it. The one that sounds most like Attila is Nikita.
So you say 3, and the answer is Stalin.
Stalin the Hun?
No. Stalin, the General Secretary of the Communist Party.
Fact, they don't call people secretaries anymore. They call them executive assistants.
They used to call them typists.
Stalin the typist.
Stalin the typist. Okay. Next is a deep dive into the time period 1960 to the present for the final 2 questions where the points are double. Let's dive in and see which 2 decades we'll focus on. We're going to ask about the 1960s and the 1990s. While the contestants think about those decades, we'll hear from this episode's sponsor.
David Watkinson has condensed his lifetime of experiences into his autobiography, My Normal Paranormal Life, Radicals, Angels, Aliens, and Hollywood. For people with a special interest, you can purchase some of the 14 chapters as short, standalone, inexpensive books. For example, if you're interested in David's view of some of the normal and paranormal history of Germany, there's his book, Hangwood. Or you can get these 3 chapters as one book, Angels, Awareness, and Aliens. And if you're interested in David's unique perspective working on movies and TV shows for over 40 years, there's Hollywood. All on Amazon.
And now for the Green Team's final question, 1960 to 1969. Which country did not gain independence from the United Kingdom during the decolonization of the 1960s? Here are the choices. 1, Sierra Leone. 2, India. 3, Jamaica. 4, Uganda.
I know the answer. It's Jamaica, because the UK got tired of Reggae music.
The answer is India, 1947. By the way, in Jamaica, it's not reggae music. It's reggae music.
You say tomato and I say tomato.
Actually, the song lyric about pronunciation that you're quoting is, you say tomato, I say tomato.
Why are you wasting our time with trivia?
He's afraid to ask the final question because he knows he'll get it right. I'm never wrong.
Well, your score says different, but let's see the final question. In 1992, which country became the first in Eastern Europe to adopt a market economy following the collapse of the communist Soviet Union?
It's a trick question because every country has markets. Where else would people get groceries?
Well, market economy means a system where supply and demand, not a central authority, determines the production of goods and services.
Maybe it's a trick question because the Soviet Union didn't really collapse and Stalin is still secretly running everything.
I doubt that, but let's see the choices. 1, Poland. 2, Estonia. 3, Latvia. 4, Hungary.
Got it.
Get this right, and you win the game.
Markets are where people go for groceries when they're hungry. So number 4, Hungary.
Well, the correct answer is Poland.
That's what I meant.
Okay, let's go to the present and check the final score. It's 0-0, a tie. So in a sense, you both won.
Thank you. I love you and I love everyone watching.
This was the best game ever played in the history of the world.
It's intended to bring the world together over our shared history.
Although we work with artificial intelligence to look at our history, our main concern is living beings and the need for love and friendship among everyone on this planet. So we end the show by dedicating our Have a Fine Day song to groups helping people, groups helping animals, and groups promoting international friendship. You can see important upcoming events for groups like that listed on pointsintime.com.
It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, or what language you speak.
From morning to night, you'll have a friendship win, like in India where they say I trod in. Just wanna say we hope you have a fine day. Our friends in China say Mei Hao Dan Yi Tian. Next door in Russia, Shoro Shidin. Just wanna say we hope you have a fine day. This is the present, it's time to get along. That's why we're singing this song. Au revoir, Wiedersehen, sayonara, hakone, it's what the Navajo say. It's not goodbye, it's I'll see you along the way. Just wanna say we hope you have a fine day. Just wanna say